Test with these two fighters should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson. It's the Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
We've waited a long time for this. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A swing and a miss with that jab. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Caution being thrown to the wind. A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Oh, he took that jab well. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones. Oh, he's just taking a big breath, and here we go again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You'd like to see more jabs. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
You both want the knockout. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Just missed with that hook. Counter punch right up the middle. They are giving us a high-tempo show. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the... On to the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Back and forth they go. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Couldn't land that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? No rest for the weary. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's gonna be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. On to the fifth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Not a lot of punch output. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. This is the beginning of round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Nice counter shot. That's hooked, just can't find the target. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Insane action! You'd like to see more jabs. They exchange punches. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.